So why do you want to start doing digital marketing and online marketing stuff?
Because it's the way to go. I don't have to be in 3 different places at once. Whereas if I'm gonna kind of reverse my circle here, like the guys at like Shepherd, they have big equipment, they have big mouths to feed, right? There's always that debt of you got to pay this, you got to pay this, you got to pay this, right? And you go to a show, it could be like $10,000 a day for a 4-day show. Plus, you have to send all your trucks down there and set up. So you're down there a week and a half, well, maybe a week, kind of thing. But it's just a lot of money for the return. And the thing is, we just sat back and watched. We heard this from our competition because you then end up talking about it, right? You just do, and then it's like, oh, how'd the show go? And then you're close enough to them that you can ask questions like that. How much did it actually cost you? Kind of thing, right? And then even like when I left the tire business, I even had friends in the tire business. They go down to the automotive show down in Vegas, and then you find out how much stuff really costs. It's like, man, you got to sell a lot of product to get that money back, right? So it's like, so we just kind of sat. This is like easier, it's cheaper, because you're going to give me a great deal. So anyway, so it's very, very good. I think it's the way of the future. And I'm not that tech savvy, so I have to hire the proper people to do it. I know my plastics. I'm proud of what I know. I can't know everything, and that's another thing that I learned is you can't be the best at everything, but you can be the best wanting the best. If that makes any sense, right? I want plastics, my toolings. I can do toolings now. Even though my brother's gone, I can do the toolings now. I'm very proud. I had to learn it though. I had to learn it because I didn't want to pay for that, right? So am I a professional in that part of it? No, but I'm darn close. Social media, I have no idea. So this is why I'm reaching out, right? I need someone to show me that I am professional in that, even though if I'm paying for it, doesn't matter. At least I'm portrayed as being professional, right? And that's, especially with the new kids coming up. Like I'm 60, I'm dealing with like 30-year-olds. I have to kind of keep up, right?
Why did you start working with me then?
Well, I look at it this way. In my building, I have the infrastructure. I could be going 24/7, right? Sure, it's part of my contest. I can be busier. It's the thing is, if you're not reaching out and finding more work, eventually, see, all the work that you get has a life cycle, has a best before date, and eventually it goes south. It just does.
Sure.
Right. Most of the time, like right now, I do work for Beauty Made Products in Waterloo. That's been 30 years. Excalibur crossbow. They make the crossbows. I remember when what the heck was her name? Kathy and her husband, Paul, I think it was. I'm not exactly sure. Don't quote me. They worked out of their garage. Now they built it up so big, they sold it to a big corporation, dealing with those guys for 35, 40 years. Long. Even before I started working for my father, where Dad was working with those guys. So a lot of people come and go, but there is a small amount that do stay, kind of thing. And they stay. When I say stay, they go out of business. They don't go out of business. They just keep on going, keep on trucking. We have Northern Sport that makes slingshots. We have Lindquist Brothers in Windsor. They're the fishing lures. We're still doing work for these guys, right? But eventually, okay, those guys they've been with us. Like Bell Mobility, okay, we lost those because they're getting all the stuff from China. Research Emotion, BlackBerry. Well, everyone knows what happened there, right? So you always want to find new work. If not, you're going to be dead in the water, right? So it's part of my contest to keep things going, right? And it's easy because I like doing it. I want to make it easier for me, so that's why I reach out to you.
Yeah.
Right? That's because I can't know it all. I don't want to learn it. Right? I don't have to learn it, right? So
What's it like working with me? Why are people laughing in the background?
Be quiet over there.
Why is that the one that got the biggest
answer.
laugh?
They know my answer, I guess. I don't know. Why I like work? Because I love the facility that you're in. You're very, very professional, and you're so easy for me to talk to. So I know that you're going to be easy with the next guy. Like you're so easy with me, so you're going to be easy with everybody, right? Because you know what, I'm not the most easygoingest guy, but you bring out the best in me. Like some people, if you don't,
I find
if they don't rub you the wrong way, you're not going to open up. Like I'm opening up right now, and that's because I really, really like you. So we get along, and so if you can do that to me, I'm sure you can do that with a lot of other people, right?
That's hilarious because I've always thought you're super easygoing. And
That's because right from day one you brought out the best, right?
Yeah.
It just I can talk easy. You know, we got like 30 people here, right? And I can talk very easy to you guys, right? Even the people that you bring in, I can talk easy to them because you give off that good aura, right? So
why is it important to work with someone like that?
because I can be honest, I can say what I want. You're like a brother. I can say what I want. You're still going to be there, right? And trust me, my brothers, we had some bad times. Like, well, my brother that I was partners with, we got along great, but we had about 20%. We butted heads.
Yeah.
But that's what you do because he wasn't a yes man. I wasn't a yes man. So if we had different ideas, we worked it out, right? And that's the thing. Like, I just didn't, every idea he had, I didn't bend over and say, yeah, that's great, Craig. Like, we can't do that. His son worked for us. And he was really not pulling his weight. And I talked to him. Nothing. So I fired him. My partner didn't show up for 3 weeks. He wouldn't take my calls. All of a sudden he shows up, right? That's family. What are you going to do, right? That was actually funny. But, well, now it's funny, but at the time,
Not so much.
because he was still getting paid. He wasn't showing up for work. One of those things. But no, you bring out the best in people, and I really, really love that. I can be honest. I can tell you what I feel or how I feel, and I'm not going to hurt you. Business is business.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is, you bring out the best in a lot of people. If you're bringing out the best in me, you're bringing out a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, and that is important.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, right? So,
Cool. Thanks for doing this.
I'm having a great time here. I really am.
We should start our own podcast, just you and I.
We could. I'm in.
What would we call it? Chip and Dale?
Yeah. Matt and Dale's.
Matt and Dale. Matt and Dale's.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I really love what you have going on here. I really like that. We want to use your room a few times. We're going to have to get back into that, but
Sweet.
yeah, I'm very, very happy. Things are really, really cooking with the plastics. We got a lot of irons in the fire.
You said you're getting calls and the ability to bid on stuff you had never bid on in the past, right?
Yeah, I don't know where they're finding my name.
Well, I know. But
Exactly. But we're working on some deals right now, and it's out of our wheelhouse. But like we're talking, doing some stuff for farms in South Carolina, North Carolina, Northern Florida, produce farms, and even parts in Chile, stuff like that. And the quantities are just massive. When that happens, and that's the thing too, you have to be positive.
Yeah.
You have to be positive on everything. Like closing my pot store, a cannabis store in March, a whole weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I've had some people in my life that I don't know if I can say this or not, but people in my life that have just took advantage of me, right? Financially took advantage and emotionally took advantage of me. Right?
you can say it. Don't say their names, but you can say
No.
it.
Oh no, never. But and once you start talking to the right people and you start learning more about yourself, it's like, wow. Well, you have to eliminate sometimes you have to eliminate the negative, and it's like, wow, it's just push on cloud nine. I turned 60 in November. My girlfriend, she bought me a trip for my 60th birthday. We went down to St. Lucia for a week. Beautiful Sandals Resort. I didn't want to go. And she says, why? Right? I'll be honest, right? She says, why? I got such a great group of people working for me. I don't want to leave. She says, because Chris is well in tune to what I'm doing at work and stuff like that. The hiring, if I have to let people go and whatnot. I got the core that I have now, like we hired some new people in the last couple of weeks. They don't count. They're still brand new. But even some of the people that we've hired like 3 months ago, I got such a good core of people. And then last summer we did, we hired some students. You know, it's a numbers game. We hired 10 of them. 4 ended up being really, really, really good. We actually started up like a weekend shift for these guys because when you're young and in school, you want to have some extra money in your pocket, right? So we pay them well, and they come in and they're working. Like they might only put 20 hours a week in, but they're having time. If they have, you know, exams and stuff like that, we can kind of work around that. So it's really, really cool. And, you know, you get rid of some of the negative, and man, you just want to go to work. It's not like work anymore. And the thing is, then I have enough knowledge. Like I reach out to guys like you that know your profession. It just helps me. It helps me look good, right? And I don't care if that's the wrong thing to say. But guys like you help me look good. And even at work, I'm only good as my production, what I'm putting out, the samples that we're making for some of our high-end customers and stuff. It's like, yeah, you have to have the team because you can't do it all yourself. And if you think again, you're fooling yourself, right? So there you go.
Cool. Thanks, Dale.
Time's up.
Yeah,
That good?
we're good. I got what I needed.
I rambled on.
No, it was great.